Good evening. Welcome to All Ports Gaming SuperCars NZ. A new one for tonight. This is round one of the Piston Cup, and the reason why we are streaming tonight is because we have another $100 prize giveaway for one of our lucky finishes, which will be done by random spinning wheel at the conclusion of the race from the cars that finish. This is Doug. I don't have anyone else in the broadcasting lounge with me this evening because it is a bit of an odd one out, but Sean, who commentates usually on the Thursday night stream, is downstairs in the other chat group there, and he said he might pop up throughout the evening to have a chat here. So other than that, sit back and enjoy some fun racing from these V8s from back in 2014. Have the VF Commodore and the FG Falcon going around Bathurst Raceway this evening. A wee bit of data on screen at the moment with the track map layout showing that it's on track. It's 20 degrees and the weather outside is a brisk 18 degrees currently at the moment. A little bit of wind, but that shouldn't slow these things down. These cars go very well, handle nicely. The only thing that the old legacy model, or the legacy model of these cars, which just means they've been they don't keep them as up to date on iRacing anymore, is the damage model is a bit average. So if these cars hit a curb too hard or a wall, they tend to damage themselves a wee bit more easily than the others. So some would say that these cars are a little bit harder to drive cleanly than the normal V8s that we see on Tuesday night, because of how easy it is to damage and get a mechanical black flag requiring people to pit. So this evening, there's going to be a couple of heat races taking place and then one feature. I believe each of the heat races are about 4 or 5 laps long. The second heat race is a consolidation race. So from heat 1, the winner of that will be advancing straight through to the feature race. And then the consolidation race will take place as, I believe, a reverse grid. I can quickly bring up some information on that. So yeah, so heat 1, maximum 5 laps with no one going through to the feature from that one. Consolidation race after that is again another 5 laps, inverting all of those drivers, and then the last race, which is the feature race, I believe is going to be a total of 14 laps. So should be pretty exciting to see how this takes place. As we are coming up towards the end of qualifying, we can see here, I'll bring up some margins. So Aaron Gilbert, otherwise known as Fish, he's set a blistering lap time currently of a 2:03.1 around Bathurst in the older V8s, and then behind him in second is Sean McNamara, followed closely behind him Craig Mason, and then Steve Darren in fourth currently. So we've actually got 3 people from the admin group sitting there in the top 5, and that was Wayne Spencer just trying to finish up the end of his qualifying session, where it looks like most of the guys are all wrapped up. Not much time left on the clock now, and with it being a heat race format, whatever the cars go out now, they wouldn't be able to complete another lap. As we see anyone Anyone in pit lane doing some skids? No. No one down there doing that. Sometimes the guys like to have a wee bit of fun before it rolls over into the race. Not tonight. There we go. Qualifying has ended, and the guys will be getting ready to grid up. Just waiting for the last couple of people to join up onto the grid, and then we'll be able to quickly go down through the grid order. There's Aaron Gilbert sitting there in first place. There's Sean McNamara second, Craig Mason in third, Steve Darren fourth, Aaron Goodrick in fifth, Wayne Spencer sixth, Nick Bakey seventh, Stefan Adams 8th, Scott McKenzie 9th, Jake O'Rourke 10th, Simon Willis taking out 11th spot, Trent Bennett in 12th, and Brendan Brownie 13th, and then Marty Mitchell making up the last car of the field in 14th spot there. Very shortly we'll be having the starting lights coming up as we get ready to go racing for this first heat race of 5 laps. And there's the lights.
Green flag, green flag.
And they're away. Everyone getting a nice clean start. Everyone getting around to turn 1 nicely without any issues. No changes of position just yet. Or actually, yes, we've got Scott McKenzie has gone past Stefan Adams there. And Brendan Brownie had managed to get past Trent as they go into turn 2. Turn 3 and then into turn 4 coming up the hill. We're at the front here with Aaron Fish Gilbert getting a hard time from Sean McNamara there. Craig Mason back down here in third spot with Steve Darren following closely behind him as they go across the top of the hill and now coming back down. Aaron Goodrick behind him, very closely followed by Wayne. Oh, we've had an issue. Craig Mason has been turned around. He's facing the wrong way on the hill. He'll probably have some damage from that. Craig's actually towed to the pits on that one. Brendan Brownie getting very closely hunted down by Trent Bennett as they come towards the end of the straightaway through the kick and breaking down. Someone's gone wide. There was Nick Bakey who had suffered some damage there before. So yeah, so Aaron Gilbert there getting very, very closely pushed along by Macca. And you can see the margin time there, very narrow. And we've had Stefan go off track and jump to the pits. We'll have a quick look at that. Oh, he's had a lock up. Oh, yeah, and that's the kind of damage that they just can't afford to have. That car would not be happy now and will need to be getting repairs. And Sean trying to stay as close as he dare to Aaron as they come over the top of the hill through McPhillamy. That car sounds cool coming down through there. On board with Macca. Here's another shot of it. And that wall comes up very hard and fast. Have a bit of a look here, topping in 5th gear, 260k, going into 6. How fast will he dare be coming in through the kicker? Nearly 295 before jumping on the brakes there. Well controlled. Nick Bakey up over the curb there, trying to defend his line from Scott McKenzie. Yeah, so Nick and Scott very close. Oh, Scott's had a moment, he's locked his brake. And he's allowed Simon Willis to cruise on by in the MX Wrap 19 entry. Craig Mason's managed to come back out in between third and fourth, 4th and 5th. Craig having some pace, he'll probably be able to stay out of trouble in front of them. And Steve Darren behind him, SDI entry. Aaron's gone and buggered off into the distance. He's made a margin of nearly 3 seconds ahead of Macca there now. Brendan Brownie looking good out there. Hopefully he perseveres and pushes on for tonight to finish the race. Sitting down there in 10th spot at the moment, up 3 from where he started. Pretty good effort. Trent Bennett slightly beat up Holden Commodore there, mate. 99 entry. No, sorry, the 69 entry. I read those numbers wrong. Doing pretty good. What have we got on here? Sorry about that. So yeah, Wayne Spencer there in 4th. Not too far away from the back of Steve Darren, who's currently in 3rd. Just try and keep it tidy as Steve's gone and had a wee bit of a wobble out in front of him. That margin gets managed to come down. Wayne now got that time down to just under 1 second. Just have a quick look back at a couple of replays with Brendan Brownie showing us crashed. Oh yeah, just locking the outside front tyre and dragging it off over into the wall. and Trent Bennett around the same time as Brownie. Obviously saw Brownie out there and he's had to do his best to avoid getting home, and he's just rotated in on the corner of Foster Alba though. And that car now just being a little bit of a handful as the guys are coming up into the last lap of the race. Nearly. So Aaron just shooting down the hill here now. Let's see if he's managed to get a good run out of that. Not having to push very hard, being out there in front. Let's jump to Steve Darren in the pits. On board with Scott McKenzie, who's hunting down Nick Bakey. Just had a wee mistake, and he's actually been able to run on by him. Well done, Scott. Nick's car a little bit worse for wear. Oh, as we see Scott nearly go and park it in the short entrance for pit lane there and allowing Nick to go back on by. Jake O'Rourke, another one, MX Raps 1-9 entry, just coming down into the final corner here. Has Sean's having a wee bit of pressure now from Craig Mason. Craig being a couple of laps down. Still be putting the pressure on Macca, but be definitely not trying to cause him to make a mistake, as Sean's had a massive moment coming out across the top of the hill. We'll be able to see a replay of that. Just losing the tail end and so close to end up clipping the rear end of Craig Mason as he gone by, and that's one very looking beat up Falcon. He's trying to get back here so he'll be able to flick turn it round, and that was actually pulled off very well there, Macca. Well done. Now it's just about managing to get through to the end of the race. So Sean's still managing to hold on to third at the moment. Simon Willis up 7 spots into 4th. We're looking to see if he can capitalise off a slightly damaged Sean McNamara coming in towards the last couple of corners, as that was Craig Mason, who looked like he had a moment and drifted wide, which I think has just been the detriment of Simon there towards the end. Someone else has fallen off because Mac is about to take 2nd spot, crossing the line, and Simon's taking 3rd, and Aaron's doing a very good job of destroying a set of rear Dunlops. The number 1 number took out P1 in the previous season of the Piston Cup. He'll be looking forward to sitting back and avoiding this next race. If I read the information correctly. Macca, I've just dragged you upstairs quickly because we saw you have a bit of a funny moment coming out across over the top of the hill and then performing one of what I would say is the best reverse 180 handbrake turns to then carry on and to still finish in 2nd place.
I know, it's so good. I didn't believe I got second, but that was crazy.
Oh,
I
no.
love the turnaround. The turnaround did look good.
It was.
Felt smooth.
Yeah.
So I lightly touched the wall, and then
Yes.
these cars, man, they
I
glass.
know.
It just went around and whatever.
I know. I
But,
made mention to that at the beginning that they are a fun car to drive, but some would say they're harder because of the damage model obviously being very fragile. That you've got to be more careful with how you drive them compared to the other V8s.
Yeah. Well, so the second race is reverse grid.
Yes, it is.
I'll stay in with you. You must keep me up here, and I'll keep you company. We can listen to your chit chat, and we'll go from there.
You can tell us what it's like trying to come through the field from the back.
Hey, no, it was, yeah. I won't. To be honest, these cars are very close to each. Like, you got to actually be out in front to keep nice, clean, fresh air. Else your times do suffer when you're behind cars, and we've only got 5 laps to do, and an fish will fly by. I'll let him go. That's cool.
Good. Well, we've got Stefan Adams up the front of this one because I'm not in it and Mark Houghton's not in it. So as the lights come up on the board, Stefan will be looking to get a good runaway here.
Green flag, green flag.
As everyone's away, Craig Mason there in second place. Steve Darren moving across to the inside line early to cover. Oh, and we've had Simon Willis go around, and also another one of the MX entries, Marty Mitchell, going wide there.
Yeah, I came to a complete stop to avoid that. There's no passing over the top, so you might as well just take that time and try.
Get some warmth into the tyres.
Yeah.
Jake's into the wall on the right hand side, just rubbed it, but he's managing to carry on.
You almost had a spotter. Cheating.
And Stefan just made a very odd move to pull across to the left hand side to let Brendan Brownie go by. Oh, big one. Oh, very big one. Oh,
race control.
Oh no, Macca. You've not have got a very clean
from behind or what?
Clean Falcon there. So Jake O'Rourke crashed. We'll have a quick look at that. And Jake's clipped the rumble strip and then hit the wall on the left. Teammates driven into the side of him, and as you've gone by, it looked like Wayne Spencer might have just clipped you. Oh no, you've had Fish rub you a little bit, and then give you a wee bit of a courtesy call round to the side. So Fish up to some tactics there. Currently Craig Mason out in first, with Steve Darren trailing him by 1.5 seconds, who's just about to get passed by Aaron Goodrow coming down into turn 1. Steve not giving it up to him. They're side by side through turn 1. Steve Darren still just an inch in front of Aaron as they go for the drag race down to the end. Steve's actually had just a slightly better run. Aaron just moving across to the inside. I thought he was going to break deep, but he's managed to pull it back up over on the left hand side. Nick Bakey and the SDI coloured FG there, closing in on Trent Bennett as he's just rubbed the inside wall coming up. He's got Aaron Gilbert closing in closely behind him. While Craig Mason is coming across the top of the mountain with no pressure around him, nearly 5 seconds clear of Steve Darren. Aaron Goodrow must have had a moment. Yes, he has. He's rubbed off nearly all the complete left-hand side of his car. He's missing a front panel, a side panel and a rear panel. as he gets loose coming back down the hill with Nick Bakey behind him. He's actually going to let Nick come by. He's run wide and Foster elbow. They're nearly 3 wide with Fish coming down the hill. Drag race is on. Oh no, Trent, come back, mate. You need to be able to finish this race to get some money at the end.
The next one is 3 races. 3 races?
Yep, that's what I said, come back. So Fish managed to get 2 cars in 2 corners. That's why he sports the number 1 on the side of his car, folks. And to put it into perspective of how quickly Aaron's got through that field of cars, he's now into 3rd place. Craig Mason, previous lap, a 2:04.56. Aaron Gilbert, while passing cars and being disrupted, a 2:04.59.
Right.
So he's on the hard charge. So we've got some info here. Stephen Adams crashed. Coming down the hill towards Foster's elbow. Locked the rear, rub the wall. Yep, big moment for him. Wayne Spencer crash. Another one coming down the hill with a little bit too much rear brake bias. He's actually just come to a stop all by himself there, Wayne. And then jumped to the pit, so his car must not be feeling too hot flash. And Simon Willis had a double crash back to back. Coming up under the armour all sign by pit entry, and he's just locked the rears. Oh yeah, there we go, twice. So you might want to come through pit lane for a quick repair. No, he's staying out of that one. Here, so we're looking at Aaron Gilbert coming out of Foster's elbow there. He's only nearly a second away from Steve Darren currently. Aaron Goodrick there in 4th. About 3.5 seconds away from 3rd. Nick Bakey in 5th spot. Just lapping away nicely. Scott McKenzie. Again, similar to the last race, but he's decided to throw away 2 of his front panels at this one, but keeping the front nose cone. Simon Willis, 7th spot, closing in on Scott McKenzie nicely. Marty Mitchell there in 8th spot, down 3 from where he started. And Sean McNamara, who's up here in the broadcasting lounge currently, just lapping it in 9th spot, up 6 from where he started. Scott McKenzie's gone into the pits to get some repairs, so Sean's about to blow by him. Sean, I'll go on board with you, mate, just so you can give us a run through on this lap.
Oh, that's pressure, isn't it? That's some apex.
As you've just come into turn 1 there.
Alright, so these cars, you don't sort of stay off the curbs because they don't like it. The Mustang and the ZB tend to run over the curbs a bit better. That's my preference anyway. Just before the Hyundai, get on the brakes. And we're chasing old Marty Mitchell down, so hug this all the way around. Slightly full throttle now. Probably could have pushed it a bit more, come right out to the wall. This corner here I can't get it cutting quite right, but we get it nice and close. A little bit of gas, full gas on. Short shift, the big bump there we just watch for. Now it's about hugging, come off the throttle, hug the inside. Oh, there's the wall on the out, I just missed. Short shift to 4. Off the gas, get it tucked in, close to the curb, out to the wall. Off the gas, get it tucked in. Missed it, had to put on the brakes a little bit. We've good old Marty coming down Skyline. Sort of trail brake all the way, and then get into the dipper here. Full throttle. I'm looking to try and pull something down the straight. You've got to get your braking right into here so you get it tucked in nice around and get on the gas early. And through Forest Elbow and onto the off Marty here. And he's a nice speed driver, you know. He'll probably make it easy for me, but Murphy's Lloyd pretty won't. Who knows? We've got 1 lap to go after this. He's on the back of the queue there. Bit of a slow car. Earlier, coming to Murray's corner. Want to miss that curve? As I just touch him, did I spin him? And I spun him.
You did.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Marty. And that's a lap on board with Sean McNamara.
Sorry, Marty, man, my bad. Yeah, just really slow. He hit the inside curve too, which I did avoid. But sort of made it really awkward. So he was probably not really going at race pace because he's trying to recover from hitting that curve. So yes, it was my fault, but I think if he was running the line, he probably would have contact to run the proper race line through there.
Very good. Anyway, that was actually quite a nice lap on board with Sean. Obviously, you can see and heard from the tone of his voice change at times. He was still tough, still very tough. There was a wee bit of grunting and groaning on there as he was turning through some of the corners.
Try doing a Bathurst 12 hour around here is tough enough, but either one of these cars would be crazy.
Oh, it's all on up here towards the front. Nick Bakey giving Steve Darren the old hurry up and a push along. Steve's gone and wiped off a wee bit of his car coming through Forest Elbow, and oh no, sorry, it's my apologies. It's Nick and Aaron battling it out there as Aaron Goodrick's just managed to go by. Did very well to keep it under control as he bounced over the curb there on the second to last corner.
Where's Marty? I feel bad. Where is he?
Marty's in the pits.
Really?
Marty jumped to the pits. See,
yeah.
It's a bit of a sad one there. Craig Mason finished up the race in first. Aaron Gilbert taking out P2, so that's a double podium finish there for Aaron, and Steve Darren into third, as we've just had Craig Mason jump up into the broadcasting lounge to say hello. We'll drag him up. Go on, we'll do it, eh?
Why not?
Hey Craig, you come in and then you jump back out. We might as well say well done on recovering from your first race and the second one there, reverse grid.
Yeah,
You've done well to clutch the winner.
Like to thank my sponsors and you know that subpar fish driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was good. You were pretty clean most of the way through there. I didn't see too much data coming up against your name.
No. It was a pretty relaxing one.
Good stuff. Do you want to have a shout out to anyone or say anything while you're here before I throw you back downstairs before the feature race?
Oh, like hi mum.
Wouldn't be here without your dad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it probably.
Good stuff. Oh well, mate. Well done, and good luck for the feature race moving forward. Hopefully you can hold off the fish.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're starting from the back.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing's inverted, mate.
No. Oh, okay.
Feature, no, nothing inverted. So you look like you're starting off from P1.
Oh, look at me go.
Actually, we'll have a
lock for 10 laps.
We'll have a look. Yes, you are. So you're P1, Aaron Gilbert P2, Steve Darren in third, Aaron Goodrick fourth, Nick Bakey fifth, Simon Willison sixth, Macca there in seventh, Stefan Adams will be starting eighth, Scott McKenzie ninth, Brendan Brownie in 10th, Jake O'Rourke 11, Marty Mitchell 12, Wayne Spencer 13, and Trent Bennett rounding up the massive field of 14 cars.
Nice.
Very cool. All good. All right, mate. We'll chuck you back down there so you can have some yarns.
Have a lovely evening.
You too. See you, mate. Oh, good, Shawnee. Well, do you want me to put you back downstairs at all and maybe just drag you up before the end of it?
Yeah, drag me up at some stage. Yeah, that'd be cool.
All good, mate.
Ooh, all right. Thank you.
G'day, Steve. I've just quickly dragged you up into the broadcasting lounge, mate, while there's a wee period there with the warm-up before the feature race. How are we going?
Yeah, made a couple of silly mistakes, but
Yeah, saw a couple.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you finished that one up in third, so you'll be starting the feature in third place.
Oh, really? Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but I believe you may be a person who has purchased some Allports gaming parts in the past.
Oh, yeah. Support the sponsors, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, I waited till he took over the sponsorship of our series, and then went and bought a set of Simtrex pedals from him, and I bought
Wow, awesome.
I bought heaps of gear off Allports over the years.
Yep, awesome. So you rate them quite highly, I'm guessing, even.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah. No, they've always sold good products, and they stand by their gear and that. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I think we're truly lucky to have such an awesome person supporting our series for the year and into the new year.
Yep, absolutely. They're bloody good. Yeah, I wouldn't go past recommending them.
Yeah, honestly, truly grateful for them to be backing our series as a league in New Zealand of just some average guys turning the wheel.
I don't know about average. I don't know about average, mate. I reckon we're good.
I reckon we are too. We managed to hold our own against some of those big names of the pro drivers that come along and race with us from time to time.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Not too many people out there that can say they've been door to door with Mr. Van Gisbergen or the likes of Brendan Leach, the pro Lamborghini driver.
Exactly.
Yeah, and even beaten them on occasions.
Well, I haven't, but you may have.
I haven't bet the Giz.
No, that'll be a step too far. But
I think if that was the case, you'd be looking for some proper racing backing, wouldn't you?
I think it'd be luck, to be honest.
Oh, good stuff. Oh, maybe we'll just sort of say a quick hello to you and give the opportunity to have a shout out. You obviously. Looking forward to the Wheel of Fortune coming up at the end of the race to see which lucky winner is going to be walking away with $100 thanks to Allports Gaming at the end.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. It's pretty good sponsorship.
Yeah.
Good fun for a Saturday night.
What I might do is when I send you back downstairs, if you just remind the guys that we'll be doing that, and what I'll do is I'll jump down at the end of the race into the race channel and I'll do the draw live, and then we can let whoever is still in the race channel know straight away that they've won it.
That sounds like a good move.
Cool stuff. All right, mate. I'll leave you to it.
Good.
And best of luck for the feature race.
And yeah, good luck with the stream and the commentary.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
All good, mate. Take it easy.
We've got a few minutes left there, as you can see, rolling over for the warm-up. That last race being 5 laps long, the feature race is going to be 11 of the finest. Hey Nick, Doug here. I've just quickly dragged up into the broadcasting lounge, mate, just with the last minute of warm-up to go. Just wanted to say hello and see how you feel about us streaming a Piston Cup round for the first time.
Hey, it's pretty cool.
You gone outside for some fresh air or something? Yeah. Nice stuff.
Just run back in, buddy.
Good. Oh, well, you've got a minute 15, mate. You don't have to run.
Nice. No, that's pretty cool, man. Cheers for doing the stream and.
Yep.
Cheers to the sponsors.
Yeah, no, awesome stuff. It's certainly been a hoot, and talking about the slightly older model of V8s and seeing them cutting some cool laps around here at Bathurst. It's definitely an infamous track with some infamous cars going around it at the moment.
Yeah, they're a pretty cool car. Unfortunately, Fish has the handle on them way better than anybody else.
Yeah, school of Fish, eh?
Yeah, definitely. just smokes everybody.
Yep. So I was,
You know, everybody likes smoked fish, but not to this
yeah,
point where
no.
he just cleans everybody up. That's great.
Yeah,
So
certainly.
good.
So I've already given Craig the hard word and said that he's got to do all that he can to keep Aaron behind him coming into this race of 11 laps. But as we know and we've
Yeah.
seen before, it probably won't be too much more than about 5 or 6 corners at most, and he'll be blowing on by.
See you later. Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I'll change his name to Seaweed, eh?
yeah, sounds good. All good, Nick. Thank you very much for all your
Right, guys.
efforts putting on the Piston Cup, mate. I'll throw you back downstairs and best of luck for the race.
Awesome, man. Cheers. Thank you.
And here we go, getting ready. Countdown timer is on. There's Craig Mason there in first, and the one that we call Fish, Aaron Gilbert, sitting there in second spot. It won't be long before we see him get there into P1. He's got the 01 on the car for the reason. Steve Darren taking out P3. Aaron Goodrick, MRX, entry the 301. You'll probably see his name up towards on the podium list if he can manage to crawl on by nicely. All of these guys are very quick. Nick Bakey, that's the guy who runs the Piston Cup, and we appreciate his efforts very much. Simon Willis there in 6th spot. Sean McNamara 7th. Stefan Adams there. Simblac's entry in 8th. As the lights come up, we'll jump back to the front as they rev their engines, getting ready to go. We're green flag. See if we will see Aaron dive to the inside. No, he's keeping a nice clean run, trying to get the most out of it that he can. Everyone through turn 1 nicely, really good to see. He's got the super run down the side there of Craig, and a bunch there in the middle, nearly 3 wide, coming into the braking zone, and Aaron's done it. Before turn 2, Aaron Fish Gilbert is into first place. Well done. Aaron Goodrick's taken 3rd. Steve Darren just having a poor run into the braking zone before, dropped back to 4th. And Bakey following him 5th. Simon Willis, MX Wraps 19 entry, car 41, 7-6. There's Stefan Adams in the Simblac's car. He's moved up 1, he's gone past Sean McNamara. Scott McKenzie not making any moves just yet. Hopefully he'll be trying to keep his car a bit cleaner. Moving forward is there's a wee bit of dust and smoke ahead. Car's locking brakes. There we go, Steve dragging that inside tyre through the braking zone. Oh, Wayne Spencer having a wee bump with Scott McKenzie, who just ran a wee bit wide coming through Forest Elbow. There's Jake O'Rourke getting the run with Brendan Brownie, as Brownie's actually gone by. Brendan Brownie runs Diverse Technologies. So he's all about the button box, LCD screens. He's not running that on this car tonight. He's got the Heineken entry, being the Piston Cup. It's the end of week blowout for most from work, but obviously being Christmas Eve, summer series, I'm sure there's a few fair beers being enjoyed by all of the folks tonight. Marty Mitchell there in 12th. Jake O'Rourke just tipping back a wee bit as he's fallen off. Trent Bennett not being able to get back connected on that one. I'll have a look back towards the front. We know that Fish is out in front. We've got Craig Mason in second place, getting hunted down by Aaron Goodrick. As we jump on the nose of Aaron from MRX. Just have a look off the front here also of Brownie, who was really close to Scott McKenzie coming over the top of the hill. Closest of anyone to lining up a pass. Keep it tidy coming down through here, Brendan. He just had to jump on the brake a little bit more because he saw that Scott had rubbed the wall, which is definitely the safe thing to do because you don't want to be damaging your car for the sake of getting a little bit closer. Oh, as you just see the front of his bonnet get crinkled there, he just rubbed the inside of that. Information here, Marty Mitchell crash, we'll have a look at that. Car 651, just locking the rears at Forest Elbow there and removing the spoiler, so that's not going to help him out much. Oh, we've got Trent Bennett leaving pit lane, so well done Trent, you've joined back in. We'll definitely keep an eye on you coming around. Good internet connection, a little bit poor, but well done on coming back. Sean McNamara following his teammate and best mate Nick Bakey. So both those cars sporting an STI colour scheme, looking very cool. Sean unmistakably with the white wheels. He likes the white wheels on his car, folks. He tends to run them on everything. Nick running very wide out there into the dirty stuff. I didn't think he was going to be able to pull that up, and he has. I've got information. Brendan Brown, he just had a moment, a bit of a crash. Oh no, just horrible moment there for Brendan, getting it stuck into the wall. Has it managed to let it go? What's he do? What's he do? No, he's had to jump to the pits as well, which is very, very unfortunate there for Brownie. Aaron Gilbert, lap 3 of 11, first place. There's Craig Mason there. Second. Aaron Goodrick closing in on him. You can see the gap distance there just ahead. From first place up there near the top left corner. The second and third. And fourth and fifth, very close. Close stuff. Sean still following Nick around. Might go and have another wee looky on board with Sean. See what he can do about bullying his friend into making a mistake. Great draft. Oh, a wee touch in the braking zone there. Nick's been able to hang on to it though. Oh, Sean getting crossed up on his way back up through the hill. Short shift into fourth. Lift off. Let it run wide out to the wall, lift off again. Trying to keep that apex. Nice corner there. Macca. Running nice and carefully and slowly on the brakes as it dances down its way through the hill. Through pothole. Just ahead of him we're seeing some more clouds of smoke as he can now see Craig Mason's car ahead of him. Getting closer and closer as well. Craig must have had a bit of a rough run out of that one. that gap now down to from 3.8 to nearly 2 seconds. Craig coming into the pits for a fast repair. I think he is. He's missing his spoiler there. Oh, and the front of the car too. Craig's had a bit of a bad moment. Didn't see anything about Craig crashing though, so that's a bit of an odd one. There he goes, fast repair, getting a wee bit of fuel to be able to get him through to the end. And he's back on his way out. Craig, mate, I've just dragged you back upstairs. We didn't quite see it, but your car was missing a front and a back.
Yeah, the 360.
Oh no! There we go. So that's what happened there, and we see you gone into pit lane, obviously, to get the fast repair. But would you be able to enlighten us at home? Did you need to take some fuel as well? Is everyone required to take a fuel pit stop in this race? Oh, okay. Okay, right.
Unfortunately.
Oh, that's a bit of a bummer, mate. I was talking you up at the beginning of the race. So I thought you might have been able to hold off Fish for at least until about corner 6, but he managed to blow by you before the second one.
Yeah, he had to run up the hill.
He certainly did. So. Oh well, mate, I'll leave you to it. You settle back into your groove. See if you can save a lap's worth of gas. It's only what, like 5.9 litres or something.
Yeah, it's only 6 litres, I think.
All good, mate. You have a good one. Hey Fish, Doug here. I've just dragged you up into the lounge there, mate. How's things going?
Oh, just stuffed up my pit lane, but it's going alright other than that.
So everyone required to pit about nearly halfway through just to be able to get enough gas to get back?
Yeah, lap 5 or 6. Yeah, you'll get back from there.
Okay. I just had Craig up here and he came in on lap 5 with a bit of damage after doing a 360 through the dipper, and he doesn't reckon he'll be able to make it.
Yeah, I think we had a chat before and I said I think you have to get to 5 or 6 to make it. So.
And we just see McNamara just jumped you there in pit lane, so I think effectively he's race leader now, isn't he?
I think so.
Well, you were at first, weren't you?
Yeah, I think Aaron Woodring might be if he gets clean.
Alright, well keep an eye on this battle as it unfolds, and well done on the previous race here, managing to claw your way through the field to get second, and I've enlightened the people at home that you're sporting the 01 on the car. You're a previous Piston Cup champion. Very humble about it, of course. Well done, mate. I'll throw you back down. Thanks for letting me have a quick yarn to you up here in the lounge.
No worries.
Best of luck. So there you go. You can see Aaron just coming back down through the field, putting the pressure on McNamara. Goes wide to turn in deep, trying to get the clean run down the hill. He's in the draft. Let's see what kind of speeds Aaron gets up to. The lift, 299. I think that's the fastest I've seen all race. definitely a hot and interesting battle as the guys come by. Aaron Goodrick just getting underway. Oh, so close, nearly 3 wide. On board the nose of Aaron. Gives Sean a bit of a hurry along. Aaron obviously just coming out of pits, his tyres would have cooled down a little bit, so he's just got to be mindful of how he comes through. He's just had a wee rub on the wall, but nothing too detrimental. Craig Mason currently in first, only by 1.5, but doesn't think that he'll have enough in the tank to get through to the end. Let's see if he can do enough to maybe change this into his favour. Gotta love some trees on the stream. The guys love it when I do that. So that was just a wee funny one there for them. As I have a look over the back of Aaron Goodrick's car as he closes in on Sean McNamara, who's currently in third. As Craig's run deep. Oh, Aaron Goodrick just barely hanging onto the car there before running off into the wide into the trap there himself. Craig Mason just fallen down from his P1 positioning there to P3, and he is very much in contention for that position, so he doesn't have to give it up to Aaron Goodrick. There'll be no blue flags. There's a very hot battle here towards the front. Brendan Brownie back out at it, chasing down Marty Mitchell. Steve Darren running a wee bit of damage there. Quite a wee bit on his STI entry. Stefan Adams coming around the last corner, missing a bonnet there. Oh no. So just clicked onto it just as that had taken place. Have a look at this. Aaron Goodrick passing Craig Mason. It's a very hard corner to get through there side by side, so they did that well. Oh, and Craig just tripped himself over, just sitting in the dirty part there. But he's managed to keep moving. The gap back from Fish to Sean McNamara, 1.5 seconds. Definitely just cruising through there now. We're back on board with Sean. Best just to stay up the front of the thing. I don't think he's going to have much of a chance of closing in on Fish as we see the lap times popping up. Everyone doing very good consistent times with each other. Oh, I've got some information about Bakey crash. Just a little bit late on the brakes, I would say, coming down through there, and that's where the dance goes wrong, coming down through the hill. He's had to let Simon Willis roll on by. Fish with the number 1 on the side of his car, looking very cool. I hadn't noticed that sun there before, but that's very nice. Still only 1.4 margin back to Sean, so he's definitely not pulling away at a great rate. Mr. McNamara definitely pushing along to try and close. As the gap margins come down to 1.1 now. Some information here. Trent Bennett off the track, back onto the track, crashed and back off again, so we'll have a quick look at the crash. Yep. And then just got a wee bit happy on the gas, has he? Yep. And that's what happens there, so got to be very careful in these cars. Mason, spot, a couple of seconds away from Aaron Goodrick, who's doing what he can to try and catch up to Sean McNamara. There's pushing a wee bit of wobble coming out there through the cutting. Coming through pit lane in dire need of getting a fast repair done. Information here, Sean McNamara crashed and has jumped to the pits. Big moment for Macca. Hey, Macca, unfortunate mistake there, mate.
Yeah. I can obviously on my own.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to push. I obviously gained the gap on Aaron. So
yeah, Fish was just starting to get a little bit taily on the tyres, and I could just see that gap margin getting a little bit smaller and smaller through the corners with you. So yeah, unlucky, mate. It's not the way you'd want to have that.
No, not to start the first round of the Piston Cup. I thought I was gaining on him, but I didn't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah, no, you were very, very marginally. Yeah, Aaron was a couple of corners he was coming through was just getting a wee bit happy on the rear tyres.
Yeah, he might have been playing with me pretty quick.
He definitely wasn't pushing it coming down through Skyline, and he was only topping out at about 286 coming through the kick. Yeah. So whereas mostly everyone else was maxing out, but I do think he was when he was closing in on Steve Darren at the beginning, I saw the fastest time of the race. He did a 2:99 under draft coming down in there into the braking point behind Steve.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your fastest speed trap working well then?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, Aaron definitely making the most of his P1 at the moment. He's nearly 13 seconds clear of Aaron Goodrick, who's got Craig Mason all over the back of him, who was actually worried when he had a moment coming down through the dipper, did a full 360 and pulled his front nose and boot and spoiler off. So he pitted on lap 5, and he's managed to just take enough gas to hopefully to get through to the end. He thought he might have been a lap short, but he's just gone blown by Aaron Goodrick coming down through Skyline.
I think he is a lap short. Did he not stop for gas again?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, well,
so So the checkered flag's just come up, and Craig's just about to roll round through the last corner in P2.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
How's that work?
Oh, he's coughing. He's coughing. I heard it coughing over the line. Is he going to make... He hasn't. Did he get it?
Oh, mate.
He has. I'm going to quickly drag him up.
Yeah, mate.
Craig, you couldn't have pushed it any closer to the line if you tried.
It was out of fuel at the last corner.
I know. I just heard it. I was just saying to Sean how you thought you might have been short, but and you've gone and done it. You wound down the window, you threw the hand out, and you've pedalled that thing around the last corner, coughing.
Aaron was nursing at home. He was busted, so yeah, good stuff.
Very good. All right. Well, I'm going to throw you guys both back downstairs, and I'm going to join you so we can do this winning wheel live.
Righto.
Cool, mate.
Oh, quick! We'll get some data up on the screen of our finishes. So we're going from, we got Trent, Marty finished the race. Marty's in the pit, so from P12 down.
Oh.
How we going, guys?
You should have done.
So I'm just going to throw the spinning wheel of joy up here onto the stream for everyone to see. And I've got.
As we finish the race, Doug, it'll be good.
Oh, come on, you're nearly there.
I've blown a motor with 2 corners to go. Well,
Oh, really?
To go. Yeah.
Who's-
Push.
You can't do it until I've crossed the finish line because I could have a chance. No, go, Dave.
I'm still doing victory burnouts, Sean. What are you doing?
I'm the engine. What?
All good, right? Well, I've got.
Brendan's out. Obviously, doesn't want to win anything.
I ran out of fuel. I fucking hit the wall.
I've gone and put 14 names in, which is the 14 drivers that we started with, less Mark Houghton and myself. And I've shuffled the numbers, and I'm going to spin it now
Take yourself out.
because I never raced.
Yeah.
Wheel is spinning,
Be good if you showed your screen to us.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
That would have been good, man.
Oh, I
So
can
we can
do
all
it.
see what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
The person that's won it's just lost it. Lost it. Yeah.
So
Oh, you're such a prick, George.
number 4.
Number 4. Who finished 4th?
Oh, Wayne.
Me.
Way! Wayne Spencer, there you go. Congratulations, mate. $100 richer. Thank you to All Ports Gaming, SuperCars NZ.
That
Thank you,
pizza's on
guys.
you, mate. That pizza's on you.
Yeah.
This is on me.
You only get 80 AUD with it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's and that's pretty much equivalent to one box of beers down at the bottle-o, isn't it?
It is over there. It's bloody
No
expensive,
one drinks
man.
beer. That's horrible stuff. Jack Daniels.
Oh,
I'll get one bottle for that.
Yeah, that's
Well-
Only Australian beer is cat piss.
Oh, good. Well, there you go, Wayne Spencer. Congratulations. Well done. That's you. $100 will get sorted out with you one way or another. And yeah, thank you to everyone for tuning up tonight for round 1 of the Piston Cup. And thank you very much for letting me stream the event, the chaos and madness that it is.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, Jakey. So you'll be able to go back and watch that on the broadcasting lounge.
Oh, the fucking tragic.
Thanks All Ports for putting up the money for Piston.
Yeah, thank you, All Sports. Yep.
Yeah.
Great job.
Awesome stuff. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for signing off now. And everyone at home, thank you for joining us.
Santa's not here yet.
Pizzas.
What?
Yeah, slow delivery.
Yeah,
Oh.
gotta get through customs first.
I haven't got good delivery.